if you come from a certain like the background I was coming from, so basically like, you know, when I caught my case, my brother was already in jail. You know what I'm saying? So I instantly thought of his lawyer, you know what I'm saying, who had did pretty good on him. And you know what I'm saying? And that's who we ended up going with. But I had a, you know, when shit like that happens, you gotta treat your people around you right, because your people is gonna be there to help you out. Like, so my support system, they helped me. You know what I'm saying? They helped me because, you know, when you take that type of loss and you lose everything and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Even what you got put away might not be enough to, you know what I'm saying, to say. So you got to do right by your people. You know what I'm saying? Do right by your people, and your people will do right by you. I was blessed. My family, my support system was there for me. You know what I'm saying? Lawyers, bonds, shit I was coming up with, they helped me out with shit while I was away for all that time. My family looked out for me, helped me out too. And I did my own thing. I got my own money too, but it just made it a lot easier for me for when I returned, when I got back. So I was able to focus on having a plan, which I was able to implement.
And I never saw that coming. Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. Boom, it's the Thekingtifnetwork. We are here live. Shout out to the Lick. We got Mike in the building. He plays Dupree on the Lick season 3. Shout out to you. I actually got a role, little scene with him. He do the whole big thing. I call him Mr. Dupree. It get real. So we gonna learn a lot about him today, man. How are you though?
I'm peace, man. Taking it light, man. I'm blessed and just thankful to be here, man. I'm glad to be here, sitting on the couch and, you know, doing what we gotta do. Season 3 of the Lick is on the way, and that's what we working on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Fun fact. My first podcast was called Couch Talk with King Teef. So this is an original, this is where it really started. Shout out to everybody. Come on now. And I'm pretty sure they was on that. I'm pretty sure the Lick was originally on Couch Talk. Anyway, it's been a long time. We've been in this bitch a minute. But we're gonna learn a lot about you. Tell us about your character, Dupree, and kind of your role in the Lick season 3.
Okay, so Dupree is a character that's kind of like, I wouldn't say a wolf in sheep's clothing, but I would say he's a character that the audience gotta watch. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a character that isn't everything that he might seem to be from what you might have seen in a glimpse of him in season 2 and what he's turning out to be in season 3. So, you know, he's a character that's going to like, that the audience is going to really have to tap into and see what's really going on with him if they really want to be entertained and, like, you know, they think it might be one thing and it's a totally another thing. So
I love it.
Yeah.
What's good? It's your boy King Teef from the Thekingtifnetwork. And look, Hard Rock X, man, shout out to you. I appreciate it. This is his 3rd official sponsor of the Thekingtifnetwork. He got his new single, The Lola Challenge. If you haven't checked out his other singles, man, what are you waiting for? The boy is hot. The boy is working. The boy is grinding. He got the Lola Challenge out now, out on all platforms. Go ahead and turn that up. Shake a little something to it. I need all the beautiful baddies out there to go ahead and make a video, tag them. Man, it's a new hot single for the summer. Man, turn up Hard Rock X. Make sure y'all follow my boy. It's your boy King Teef from the Thekingtifnetwork. Like, subscribe, comment. Peace. Now, where did acting start for you?
Acting was kind of like, I think it was more or less just based upon just like my time in front of the camera. You know what I'm saying? I spent a lot of time in front of the camera, just podcasting, shooting videos and things of that nature, and just kind of like trying to take certain video treatments and, you know, and act them out to the best of my ability.
Absolutely.
And it was just kind of like, I kind of got, I guess, kind of like a natural ability as well. You know what I'm saying? Just studying.
Light skin in you. I got it inside of me.
It might be some of that too. I don't know. Maybe it's a light skin thing. I don't know.
Now,
you being racist though. I just want you to know it's 2025 and you being racist.
No, I'm light skinned at heart. That's why I feel like that. Cause like when I get on camera, I be doing a little pretty boy, but I feel like it's natural for the light skin dude.
So you code switch. You code switch when you get on camera.
I developed the King Teef character. King Teef is a development of a king and part of me.
So King Teef King Teeth is light skinned? Is that what you telling me? He's light skinned?
King Teeth likes the camera.
And that's the light skinned part.
And I've never met a light skinned person who didn't like the camera. Now that might be racist. You might be racist. You might be right.
That's high key racist. That ain't even low key racist. That's high key racist.
But I also love light skin. Like I always had a light skinned girl. I don't know. It's just something I like. But
you ain't that black though. I just want you to know that.
I'm dark skinned to me.
Are you?
But then I'm light skinned at heart. So it may be the mix that you see.
Yeah, because you're not Wesley Snipes. You not.
I'm not.
You know.
I don't like being in the middle though.
That's where you at. I
know.
That's what you know.
I want to be on one of the sides.
If you didn't know that, you right.
I'm dead in the middle.
You smack dab in the middle. Like you could wake up one day and be light skinned. I'm just telling you.
That's what I'm saying. It could happen.
It's
but
possible.
I could get in the sun too long and go dark.
I can see that.
I was in the South for a while. It changed me. I was even a little lighter than this. But back to the real shit.
There we go. Yeah.
How did the actual getting the role come about?
That was kind of due to my co-star and castmate Laura.
Shout out to Laura.
Shout out to Laura.
Hey, you out here snatching her from... No, we ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we ain't about to even bring that into the no. You gotta tune in.
You gotta tune in. Good.
We'll leave that alone. But yeah, Laura, me and Laura kind of like met and we, was talking and everything. And she was just, just was like, you acting, like, do you do things of that nature? I'm like, well, yeah, I'm well versed in a lot of different things. And she's like, well, maybe you should, And we got together, met, and I met the rest of the cast, and we just kind of hit it off. And it's just like it kind of fit, the character fit, and it just made sense. And here we are.
I love it because that's organic. It's just a development. Now, you told me right before we started that music is the big thing, though.
Yeah.
So now you also told me that you got out of prison in 2020. Now, were you doing music before then?
Yeah, I was doing music prior to then as well. Yeah, I was.
So where did that start for?
Like the music thing has just always been a passion of mine since I was a kid. I'm just heavy into like, I'm hip hop and hard. I'm die hard hip hop, but I'm just all genres of music. I'm really just into music, whether it be pop, soul, R&B, country, whatever it is. I'm just real, like I'm just into music. I believe music is the language, the unspoken language.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, of human beings. Yeah. So, people can pick up a lot of things just through a song. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it comes from for me. So since I was like 5 years old, I started rapping when I was like 5.
Wow.
I made my first song when I was like 5 years old. Wow. So it's kind of crazy when I think about it sometimes. But yeah, so it's been like a lifelong thing.
Now, when was the first time you got in the studio?
Oh, first time I got in the studio, I was in like high school.
So you have been thinking on this though, like one day I'm gonna get in the studio for real.
Yeah, I've been like, so my older homies and my brother, my big brother, and they had like a rap group in the hood or whatever, and they was they was recording and stuff like that, and they know I rap since I was like a show. You know what I'm saying? So they called me one day and got me in the studio, and I've been in there ever since. I was in high school. I was like maybe like 16 or something.
That's fire. Now, when did you start getting money? Because we see the chain, we see shit going on. When did you, honestly though, when did you start saying, I'm going to go get my own?
Man, shortly after that.
Real shit.
Yeah, shortly after that. I ain't gonna lie. Like I was, I come from a background of poverty. So, I seen.
What part of the city?
I'm from up the way. I'm from Banbury.
Downtown. Okay,
yeah,
for sure.
So so I seen certain things and I just kind of adapted to my environment.
Absolutely.
And it kind of led me down a not so great path or whatever. First, you know what I'm saying? But I learned from my mistakes and I learned how to turn a negative situation into a positive. And here I am today.
Y'all, as y'all can see, we preparing, we getting ready for the most anticipated year for the One Quit Foundation. So I go by the name of Tino. the founder of the One Quit Foundation, making some announcements for y'all. This summer, we got 2 huge events in the city of Cleveland. First event, June 21st, the 3-on-3 basketball blackout tournament at Cumberland Park in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Saturday, June 22nd, we will have our 2nd annual kickball game. Looking for sponsors, looking for vendors, looking for partners, guest speakers, everything and then some. This is a free event for everybody. All we need you guys to do is bring a donation. If you want to donate, Cash App, Venmo, you name it. Sponsors, if you would like to sponsor, please contact me and my brother King Teeth. We are about to do our big one. Also, another announcement. I got new music coming, y'all. This summer, we dropping my new project. Can't wait for y'all to hear that. Stay locked in, stay in tune. Follow Won't Quit Foundation _. Follow me, Only One Tino. If you have any questions, if you need anything, I'm here for y'all. God bless. See y'all soon.
Absolutely. And I want to, again, I don't want to get too deep into it, but I do want to talk about it a little bit because I think it inspires the youth to not have to go through everything, to hear it and to see that I can't get on that other side. When did the troubles kind of start developing when it came to the legal troubles, maybe going to jail a couple times for the first time?
I mean,
like
the first time I got like arrested, I was like 12.
Wow, okay. Real
yeah,
shit.
like I've been like I always got a like little trouble. So like I got in trouble since I was like a kid.
And that's so many people's story right now. Kids that's like 17, 18 right now. They got their first little jammed up at 13. Now they on that maybe that route that may not look good.
Yeah.
Now maybe some years onto that one.
Yeah, you end up down that path. And it's one of those things that you kind of like, you don't know you're going that route until you sitting in the cell and it's already too late. You know what I'm saying? So, it might be, here and there, I got little small arrests, little small things, here and there, small things, probation, might do a few days in the county, stuff like that. And then I look up and I got a 10-year sentence.
Okay, right before that, did you think that was normal, like going to the county a few times, getting jammed up, just what you've seen? Because I thought it was. I thought that shit was normal.
Yeah, that shit was normal.
Like little shit.
Yeah, like having a felony to me. And I like a case I caught, I pleaded out because like having a felony to me was like a rite of passage.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody I knew had, like all my older niggas, they all had felony. I didn't think twice about it. Like, I'd take a felony. Like, I didn't, I wasn't thinking twice. Everybody I knew had felonies. So what was it? You know what I'm saying? So that is one of those things that we kind of like, might gloss over, and that the next generation as they coming up, I try to like instill that in them and like just think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not the path to go down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just not the path to go down. It's a lot of hardships, a lot of hard time, it's a lot of pain down that path that people don't necessarily like bring to the light.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've talked to a lot of men that had to do sentences and had to do extent time. And it was always kind of like a sum up of things that were happening, and then it just all hit. Is that kind of what happened? Kind of take us to when that happened, that 10 years started.
I mean, it was, I think it was, it got, this is what I think. And I think this, especially in a lot of, because I was selling drugs, you know what I'm saying? So I've been selling drugs so long, I wasn't even thinking of it like I was doing something wrong.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
It was a normal job, normal hustle for you.
Like a normal hustle. I wake up every day and I'd be on what I'd be on, and I'd just be that. And so it got to a place where I was kind of like, to a certain extent, feeling safe and feeling lazy about it. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to that place where you're feeling safe and you're feeling lazy about it, where you're not even really thinking twice about what you're doing, that's when the trouble comes.
Type time.
You know what I'm saying? That's when the trouble comes. Because you get, you know what I'm saying? You get comfortable. And once you're comfortable in that,
you might get sloppy.
Yeah, you get sloppy. That's what it is. Once you get comfortable in that type of lifestyle and doing those type of things on a day in and day out basis, that comes with it. And 9 times out of 10, that's when the trouble comes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when the trouble comes.
So it came to your door, and you was fighting it for a while, or you was like, I'm gonna just cop out to the 10, or how did that kind of go out for you?
Okay, so making a long story short to sum it up, I fought it because what they had did was illegal. So the way they got the search warrant, it was illegal. So I was fighting it on the basis of an illegal search warrant. So it was illegal search and seizure. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever they found.
Or whatever they found.
Yeah.
And but once I took that to court, once I took that to court and the judge sided with the prosecution, I didn't really have a case at that point. You know what I'm saying? I had a suppression hearing. Suppression hearing is where you try to suppress the evidence. So basically, a suppression hearing is to say whatever they got was based on they got it illegally. So that's what a suppression hearing is. So once I lost my suppression hearing, I didn't really have a leg to stand on.
Right.
So it was like they could have gave me up to 90 years. So it was at that point I'm just kind of like, I got to take what's coming.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. And that's real.
Yeah.
And people don't understand, because I want to talk about this part, the lawyers. Now, again, you hustling, but you was smart. You was able to get a lawyer.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of these kids don't even got that. They using public defenders on murder cases.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's like, how do you even in your mind start to do that? Like, I know I'm in this. I know, let me put something back. Let me get with this lawyer early so I can, because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, if you come from a certain like the background I was coming from, so basically when I called my case, my brother was already in jail. You know what I'm saying? So I instantly thought of his lawyer, you know what I'm saying, who had did pretty good on him. And you know what I'm saying? And that's who we ended up going with. But I had when shit like that happens, you gotta treat your people around you right, because your people is gonna be there to help you out. Like, so my support system, they helped me. You know what I'm saying? They helped me because, when you take that type of loss and you lose everything and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Even what you got put away might not be enough to, you know what I'm saying,
Keep
to
it
save.
going.
So you got to do right by your people. You know what I'm saying? Do right by your people, and your people will do right by you. I was blessed. My family, my support system was there for me. You know what I'm saying? Lawyers, bonds, shit I was coming up with, they helped me out with shit while I was away for all that time. My family looked out for me, helped me out too. And I did my own thing. I got my own money too, but it just made it a lot easier for me for when I returned, when I got back. So I was able to focus on having a plan, which I was able to implement.
I love it. Now, because I want to get to that, because I'm not going to spend not a lot of time on the actual 10 years, but I do want to ask you, when you got that 10 years, what was you like, I'm gonna do 75% of this, or it's a state case, I believe? Right?
Yeah, it was a state case.
Okay, so you had to basically do that whole thing.
Yeah, my whole thing was, so that was the minimum. So
okay.
It was basically I did basically like 90% of it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I did 90% of the time. So I did like 9 years. Yeah. I did like 9 years. I did like 9 years, 6 months of it.
Okay. Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? I did 9 years, 6 months of it. So like 100.
Damn, the whole thing.
Yeah, like 100. I did like 114 months, some shit like that.
Real shit.
Yeah.
So from where you started that going in 10 years to where you were leaving, what was the biggest shift? Now I'll kind of leave it at that.
The biggest shift in me, or just the biggest shift? The biggest shift in me was I gained a faith in God that I didn't have before.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because I took a lot. I lost people while I was away. You know, some of my favorite people died while I was gone. And for a long time, I used to question God, like, why me? Why me? I ain't even, like, it was dudes that did heinous shit, that killed people, and that had less time than me. Yeah. So I'm like, damn, man, I ain't doing but catch me with some drugs. Why I'm doing all this time? You know what I'm saying? So it made me question God, but throughout that time, I gained a serenity and a peace about it, and I gained a faith. You know what I'm saying? I really had a spiritual awakening during that time, and I don't think I would have got that if I didn't go do all that time that I did. Really? So that's the biggest thing that was different for me going away when I left and when I came back.
Real shit.
Yeah.
So getting out after damn near 10 years, everything has changed. It's 2020, so that's 2010. So damn near everything has changed.
It's different. It's a different world for sure.
The support system's there, but you still got to be a man to get on your feet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So with that, how did you mentally kind of do that, and what was those first couple weeks like?
So the biggest thing, the biggest thing was me pacing myself.
Real shit.
Staying consistent and having a routine.
Mm-hmm.
That was another thing I picked up while I was in prison. I work best in a routine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can get the most things accomplished inside a routine if I'm consistent. So I just applied the things that I learned while I was away that made me the best productive version of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I just applied them to me being free.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And it was a little different because COVID happened around that time. So as soon as I get out, the world shut down.
Yeah.
Basically. So I had to like adapt, be constantly adapting to different situations. But prison, you know, well, not even just prison, just my life in general, because I was constantly adapting just due to certain situations I grew up in. It just made me just easily adaptable to things. But that was the biggest part, you know what I'm saying? Just staying consistent and staying in the routine and having a plan and sticking to it.
Yeah. A
lot of people, when things get hard, especially when you're coming out of that type of situation like a prison, people are quick to be like, well, I'm going to just go back to what I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to just go back to doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because that's the easy route, you know what I'm saying? Like, but if you got a plan, I say stick to it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, if you got a plan, stick to it. And, you know, things will come to fruition.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to you and just getting out and getting to it, because a lot of motherfuckers don't and they go right back.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's 2020 going into 2021. You got the music. Were you writing in prison? Were you like, that's part of my plan? Music videos, or was it like when I got out, I got this surge of?
It was, I couldn't write music in prison.
Real shit.
Yeah, I couldn't do it because
there was some real shit going on.
Yeah, and just like I'm the type of guy that I kind of write based on experiences, and the things that I was experiencing at that time was just so negative. Like it was just like, no, I don't even want to write to that shit or write about it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was like, but I formulated a plan, and my plan, the music was kind of like, what kind of where I put it, it was kind of like on the back end of what I was doing, because my main thing was like content and a multimedia company.
Let's talk about it.
And that's what I was focusing on, because I had the idea in like 2013. I was like 3 or 4 years in, and I used to read like a lot of different like Time magazine, Money magazine, Forbes. I just tried to stay abreast of what was going on like in the political, economic world. And I was just seeing like podcasts, and I was just like, podcasting was a thing that at the time wasn't an urban thing.
Nope.
It wasn't a place for like people like me and you at that point. So it was like, that was one of my focal points. And the main thing was like content and making content and getting advertising dollars based on the content.
Yeah.
People wasn't in that space or even understood that space at that time.
Fact.
So that's when I came home, that's where I kind of like put a lot of my energy into, like trying to figure out.
A great time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
2020 was a great time.
Was a great time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Multimedia. So what's the company's name?
Major Influence Media.
Major Influence Media.
Major Influence Media.
And what have you been able to develop since 2020?
Oh man, it's a lot. So the main thing that I just developed from my time just like kind of figuring it out from when I came home was how to like be a dot connector. So that
could be huge.
Yeah, so finding local businesses that wanted like advertising in something like your show, or in like a TV show like The Lick, or different spaces where they might not normally see their business in.
Yeah.
I found a way to like connect those people.
Oh, that's dope. We
And
need
it was-
to talk to you.
Yeah, and it was in like a lot of different restaurants,
Yeah.
bar owners, a lot of people I know. And I just helped them connect them with videographers and photographers and people that create content.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to create my lane in that space.
That's dope.
Just connecting those type of connecting small business owners and business owners with people that are creatives.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
in media.
and into media. And that's kind of the space I created for my company.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. Well, I know we got to get shooting again. So I definitely appreciate you being here, man, being on the platform. We definitely got to talk about those small businesses because we love that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And the last thing we got to do here is called Get It Off Your Chest. I definitely just want to, because I think you're a great, and again, I'm just meeting them, but just from what I've seen, the demeanor, which you spoke on today, you have a great outlook on life and of what you've been through. So you're not taking accountability for what you've done or what you've been through,
Yeah.
but you have accepted it and developed a life that from poverty to success. And I think kids just need to just continuously, I don't care if it's 1,000 of us, they need to continuously see that and hear from us
For sure.
because they don't get to see it every day. They see the bullshit every day.
Every day.
So if we can just get in there once every 7 days, shit, that may save one of them.
Yeah.
So if you could just speak to the youth, the Black youth, and just that may just not understand what the path they're about to go through and the trials and tribulations that they don't necessarily have to go through because there's other choices out here.
For sure. For sure. I mean, the biggest thing for the youth is, it's going to be a lot of negative influences.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of negative influences. It's going to be a lot of people that want you to basically go down the path that they went down.
Yeah.
Listen to that voice inside your head. Listen to that person that, that wants you to follow whatever dream it is that you had when you was 5, 6 years old. Listen to that person. Don't get stuck in your environment. Don't get stuck in the belief that all you ever will be is who you are today. That I think that's the biggest thing that we can teach our kids, that we can teach our brothers, our sisters, our parents, whoever we involve around, we can teach them. Just because whoever you are today doesn't have to be who you will end up being.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest thing. And, you define your situation. Don't let your situation define you.
Man, that's gold. Now tell them where they can find you.
Influential_Michael on Instagram. Michael and the Influence on all streaming platforms. Up the Way Home on Twitter.
Come on now.
Influential_Michael, man. The Lick season 3, we on the way, man. So
yes,
we on that too, and that's what type of time we on.
Well, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Up the Way for sure.
So
we out here. It's the Thekingtifnetwork.
Peace.
Man, y'all Up the Way niggas get money. That's all I know about y'all. That's all I know about y'all.
I'm here for the fashion show and then watch a movie. I'm here for the fashion show and then we're gonna watch a movie tonight.
The mogul, Johnny Filmworks, how you feeling?
Man, you're too kind with that intro. I'm feeling good, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for the night. This is a big one. It's a big one, man.
True story, y'all. I've been knowing this man for a while. When I first met you, you said you was the best dressed movie producer in the city. You know what I'm saying? And
It's true.
And this was 2015.
Yeah.
And you still living up to the hype.
Number, what is it? I think 9 for HWIC. I produced 14 movies total, but for HWIC 9. Yep.
So what makes this one different and special?
This one is, and I don't want to disregard any of the other ones, you know what I'm saying? Because they all are unique in their own way. But this one, I think we really realize our niche is the urban relationship drama. So we went back, and this is going to be the beginning of a future of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why this was kind of important. You know what I mean? So, but you never know how it's going to do till it comes out. So there's always that nervousness on that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty confident. Pretty confident on this one. Yeah.
One thing I noticed about hosting premieres is a lot of people show you a lot of love, and I interviewed Mel and Teef interviewed Dejanay. Let's talk about the stars real quick.
Yeah, Dejanay Johnson, man, she's really been on her shit, and I love that about her. Like, she's really taken this star role in 2 movies in a row. She stars in, we haven't really done that. I think she's the first one to ever have that happen, you know what I mean? And then Jamel is just one of the most dedicated actors I've ever seen. Like, he just dedicated. The dude is like, he loves the craft, and he's one of those rare people that, like, he'll put his whole heart into it, you know what I mean? And I respect that a lot. So I'm excited. And then we work with him on Swing Low. It's like 11 years since we worked with him last. So it's kind of cool, to bring somebody back from that long. He's the first one. That's another first. Like, we haven't worked with somebody from that long of a distance ever. So that's kind of cool.